We're out here on the Wool Market Range Complex, Gulfport, Mississippi, for the Expeditionary Combat Skills Course. We have 4 classes involved at any one time.
Mission for Phase 1 is Tactical Combat Casualty Care. It's the immediate emergency first aid provided in a combat situation.
Last week was the pistol. They learned their basics with weapons safety. Handling one gun this week focuses primarily on the rifle, combat shooting, and manipulating a secondary weapon, i.e. a 9mm M9 incorporated with that M4.
And they're going to go through a bunch of different evaluations and scenarios, and they're going to have to recognize who a threat is, who's not a threat, what the proper response is, look for pre-assault behaviors and body language, and the proper response to it. And we're also going to try to stress them out.
Hurry up, I'm about to kill someone else.
One of the things we noticed in our downrange feedback during the OIF-OEF is that everybody needed to adopt somewhat of a Marine mentality, that everybody needs to be a rifleman. They have to be able to man that position. And not all the branches were that way.
Here, it's totally different. Now with combat, as we've been experiencing, we found out that the best way to do it is this method. Now it's being implemented Navy-wide.
And they are not going to have the time to get on the comms and call back. They are going to have to make those split-second decisions with incomplete facts. And it's going to be tough, you know, so we try to get that stress to them here, so if they ever stress out, they can fight through those types of things and know what their body will go through.
You don't know who's going to be in the situation at any time. It could be the most highest ranking person in a unit, or it can be the lowest ranking person. So we train them all the same.
And I think it's very impressive to know that from my background as an infantryman, that I can look over to anybody in the Navy right now that would be assigned to me in a convoy somewhere if I were still active duty, and know that they have the skills to defend themselves and the ones around them. That's a huge combat multiplier. And I believe that should be our prime focus.